あなたのために日本の輸入ビデオゲームの楽しみの時間 bn-game.com
Hi everyone, this is Bobby from bn-games.com, and we're doing another Region Locked, the original series, for the game Jet Day Go 2, although we are showing the first game and the controller, which was originally designed for the first game, but we're playing it with the second game. We're actually using our new camera here, the Canon Rebel T3i, to record it, and here I am just kind of showing you that it turns. I've never flown a plane before, so I can only guess that pilots everywhere are amazed.
That they're exactly this size. This is accurate.
And it moves, so wherever they want to go.
Where do I fire missiles?
Those were the two buttons on the... No, actually, those two
That
buttons...
was machine guns.
The underside.
Yes, those two buttons on the edges...
Where's the arming switches?
Are for turning, yes, and stuff. It's a pretty good controller. It feels pretty well built. It's not as sensitive as I'd like it to be.
No.
Well, Taito's always been pretty good about their controllers, like the drums.
Yes,
And...
I was thinking you mean their drums.
Well, no,
the best controller they've ever had.
No, they have made quite a few controllers, and they
Taito is the drum master.
They have made good hardware. Good.
As you can see here, it has a throttle up and down.
Watch out, professional camera angles.
Yes. Let's get the proper zoom.
Draw me like one of your naked girls.
You insist to me.
And those are airplanes, and that's the game we're going to be reviewing and talking about right now, while playing with this particular flight stick. So it's pretty good. It's also pretty rare. On eBay, it averages $100 because they usually charge $50 for it, and then $70 shipping or $50 shipping or something of that nature.
Yeah, I was shipping on something like that because the size is actually...
I got lucky. I got the first game and the controller for $60 flat. So I thought I got a pretty good deal. And we're getting into the game now, which this is our first time playing it for all of us.
I'm wondering if that is like Japan Airlines actually
We have to
sponsoring
let
it.
this intro play out.
Yeah, really like the intro. So we'll let the intro play.
So where are my peanuts?
Doesn't get more Japanese than that.
That's pretty crazy. I mean, that's how I think of Flight.
Yes.
That kind of soundtrack.
I get on a plane and I'm like, man, I wonder if there's going to be a season 2.
Needs some J-pop.
90s montage?
Yeah, this game was actually released in 2002. It is a Japanese-only release.
As most of the Deco series?
Yep. We've already done the Densha Dego, which is a train simulator, and I have the controller for that. That's a much older video, but go and check that out. The first flight here is actually going to be of Marco. It's not his first flight because we had to figure out the controls, but it is his
first real attempt.
Yeah. Automatic, manual, and professional are levels of control you have over the plane. In my opinion, I think Mike agrees with me, professional is the best.
Yes, it is.
I'd imagine it would be.
It requires the most
use?
Precision.
Precision. But you also feel the controller in automatic. You do nothing. You turn the throttle up, and that's it.
In fact, no, it auto throttles for you.
That's right. In the first,
I had it set to
right.
0, and it was automatically throttling where I
You
needed it.
just kind of steered.
Yeah, you steer.
Boring.
It's just not fun. That's the whole reason you would want to play
Hey,
with
she's
the controller.
bringing me peanuts. Leave her
No,
alone.
hey, she's a drink cart.
The
I'm
drink
giving her a
cart
raise
is-
because she has Pepsi.
She's gonna like bang into Marco's knee.
Oh, baby.
Is that why you crashed?
Wow.
Vroom, vroom.
Shut up.
So Marco's actually playing on manual mode, which for the most part, he has most of the control of the plane, but I think there's still stability parts added.
It's still. I think it's mostly.
TCS is on.
ACS is off.
I think it's mostly how sensitive it is. It's definitely not as responsive as the others.
ABS is on.
So he didn't equip the limited slip.
The driving assist line was on.
ABS is set too high.
You'll find that controlling it's not. Well, I mean, they're giant aluminum cylinders in the sky. So
They're whales.
I guess they would control very similarly to this in real life. I guess the only thing that's kind of poor is the world is kind of not very good.
The world and I think the camera view in the cockpit isn't really.
Yeah.
It's not very. What's the word? It doesn't fit. You really can't see the ground.
I
I'm
think.
not saying you would be able to, but you would think you would set it at a high enough level you can see it.
Yeah. So, well, I think it goes to your instruments at first because that's what most pilots.
Which makes sense, but even when you hit the camera all the way up, you really can't see like the ground or anything.
I would say if you're a flight sim enthusiast, because there are a lot of people out there who are like that, this game is not going to make you want to get rid of your Sight Tech $100,000
Super mega controller.
the PC versions. It is very arcadey, but it does give a good sense of flight. I think the game actually excels the most when you're trying to land. I think that is the part where you feel the most stress and like this thing's not too much. Need a rudder and all those aeronautical terms.
Yes. Need a rudder.
Starboard.
Bobby Major 2014.
Hard to post.
God damn it, this motherfucker's
Hard
not
to port,
ruddery.
actually.
I lost my thing. The airplane models are pretty good. I don't know what the company is that seems to be sponsoring all the planes.
Well, see, that's why. I mean, I think it's Japan Airlines.
Yes, it's Japan.
Is it just?
J.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that makes sense then. I just thought it was like,
Y'all.
y'all,
Howdy, y'all.
planes.
Howdy, y'all.
You know, I wanted to ride the Pikachu airplane, the 747, with the Lord of the Rings.
I would have been fine with that.
Lord of the Rings is.
I wonder if you get like a hack version, you can mod the skins in.
I'm sure you could.
That'd be pretty cool.
Right here, it looks like the ground's not even moving. It just looks like it's floating up and down.
Well, like I said, the world itself is not visually appealing. I think, you know, for most people who play flight sims, it's all about being accurate and not scaring. I actually kind of wish that as he was, or even when I was like going around, hear the people going, no! You know, you're gonna kill us.
Put up.
So to me, it looks like there's absolutely nowhere he can land at. Or are you like the guy who landed the plane in the river?
Yes. I am that guy.
A hero?
And hero?
And so you can see it. It's there in the bottom left, but the problem is you kind of need to go into cockpit mode more often to get your bearings, as you can actually see in front of the plane. You can zoom in and out right here, but the thing is you got this whale in front of you, and Marco just crashed.
He landed.
It looked like he jumped.
So here's my attempt at it, and this is unprofessional mode. And then after that will be Mike, and then Marco again. And then it'll be Mike actually playing it. I wasn't going to just record in the dark in here, but I thought, well, you can see at least the way it turns. So you'll also get to see Mike flying.
I just wish I would have landed, though.
Hey, I was on the edge of the runway, and I didn't have enough
I mean, considering it was our first time playing and we even got that far, I'm still a little impressed.
Yeah.
I had fun.
It was good.
I would've
You know
kept
what
it.
it needs? And I'm sure it would be a lot more expensive. It would benefit greatly from force feedback.
Yeah. I don't know if there was a PlayStation 2 specific controller. There might have been, but
even then there was no force feedback.
You know,
even in arcades.
Actually, if there was some way to modify the controller with like spring tension, if you could modify the spring tension, make it a little more sensitive.
Well, okay, this controller specifically wouldn't have it, but I mean they do have like racing wheels that have it built in. But even then, that's still like after 2010.
Well, whatever PC peripheral might have worked at the time, I mean, it detected that it had a joystick, for calibration, which we showed at the beginning, which is interesting. You actually had to calibrate it. I thought that was pretty cool. Kind of retro in a way. Also, you're like, oh, I got to calibrate the controller. Wow.
I'm assuming it would also be partially due to the fact that you might be able to use other controllers.
Yeah.
That would kind of work right. We should play this with the crane controller when you get that.
I can't
dig
throttle up.
Dig, Mike. Dig.
Mike, would you just play this game?
I actually would. Something about the experience.
If you look up the controller in the game, you'll find them on eBay. Like I said, if you want the controller in decent condition, it's going to cost you about $100.
You see there, you have to line up the pick line. That's what I meant. You turn to that direction, and then you start lining up. And it's got two. It's got
just trying to eyeball it.
You see, there's that pick line there. You want to try and line it up. That's why you have to go down and swoop in for it, so you can try and line it up. I'm sure that there's a way to turn off all the HUD stuff, but
I think it's kind of necessary.
Yeah, you would definitely need it. You see there, you're starting to line it up because you're starting to descend in.
I didn't have enough throttle.
Yeah.
After I hit the second marker.
There.
So you'll start to plummet.
Yeah, basically at the end, I thought I was going slow enough. It doesn't help that we don't know the language, and the guy's telling us stuff, and he's probably giving us instructions.
No, it doesn't help that it's very realistic airline line. Oh,
yeah.
Tokyo Air, 50,000 meters above the air. It's very realistic.
Very well. The air traffic is very hard to make out. See, I started pulling down, I was like, reduce speed, so I throttled completely down, thinking, alright, well, I'll glide. Also, I didn't know about the flaps. I think if I had pulled the flaps out, it would have glided a bit better. But, I didn't really have that.
Your flaps were so up.
So, and then I'm like, at this last second, I'm like, stall! And I'm like scrambling, forgetting I need to throttle up, and by the time I remembered, it was too late.
Yeah.
We got there, though.
We did.
And now it is Mike's ride, which Mike did a different plane and a different
Airport.
airport. I think so. Yeah. I like the smaller plane that doesn't feel so
unresponsive.
Yeah. The ones with the 4 engines and that, it's just like, eh. Should probably edit this a little better, but oh well. You're going to see it.
You're living the experience of playing Jet de Go
with Mike.
Jet de Go, dude.
Actually, what you're seeing now, you'll see him actually playing with the controller.
Yeah.
I recorded, but you'll only be able to make out so much. And she's only got one eye. Equal opportunity.
We are an equal opportunity employer.
I don't know, that last engine in the back doesn't make it look right.
Yeah, it looks a little weird. Camera angle.
What were your thoughts, Mike? Let's reflect across Tokyo.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I could definitely feel the weight of the plane as I'm flying it, but
yeah,
as I watch and as I play it, I'm like, dang, I just want to mash the dang thing because it is kind of frustrating.
Would you rather play with a controller or
that
one?
I would keep it authentic. I would play with the controller.
Yeah, I could see Mike doing that.
Because the control's not bad. It gives you the...
He'd get addicted to it, and he'd, like, fucking master the thing in, like, a week. Oh, hey, guys, I'm just, like, doing all the time attacks.
Made it Tokyo to New York.
Golden Airy Challenge.
24-hour flight challenge.
and trying to beat my ghost.
Yeah, I can see Mike doing all that.
Until you start building servos and autopiloting via.
I don't know, guys.
Script.
This thing just isn't giving me the force tension I need. I gotta upgrade to this 420 VST Super Mega Spring. It's only $37. That's what we're talking about.
Mike actually did the best of all of us until he got lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the only thing.
Although you're getting real close to the ground there, man. What are you doing?
Yeah, I was like, it just kept falling. Yeah, well, let me just...
Oh, you weren't pulling up.
This isn't Star Wars.
No, it was leveled down, but it
You're
was
not
still
a-
falling.
You're not a snow speeder.
That's true. This isn't hot.
It's called increased
I like the
speed.
Battle Hawk. Hey. What is it?
And then you feel like he ascended really quick.
Oh, yeah, they start stock. The warnings are nice.
Yeah.
Overall, it's a good game. A little expensive if
Now,
you're.
the game itself is how much?
The game itself can go from 20 to 30 by itself.
The controllers where you start getting pricey because of the shipping usually.
Yeah.
Well, shipping, and it's also kind of rare.
Yeah. So I got really lucky. So I got the controller in the first game for $60, and I got part 2 for $5. I got it in that lot where I also got the cooking game sequel.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I got Denshin Dago 3 for $5 and all those. Like the guy was just giving them away, so I got lucky. But you're probably not going to. Even if you use Yahoo auctions, you're going to be paying because this game is still kind of popular. Now, the kind of person who would want to play this, obviously a collector, a flight enthusiast who likes flying sims.
Really? A flight enthusiast who would like flying sims?
Yeah, you know,
that seems preposterous to me.
because all that time
Tim-
you want to get away from playing Pilot Wings.
Yeah.
People who dislike heights.
Fuck you.
You know, surprisingly enough, I disregarded that.
With the heights?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't feel like you're very high off the ground. I don't think so.
I keep
And this is where he was supposed to go.
Go right.
Go right
Although it was hard to see the ground.
and see. In fact, you can see it there.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't paying attention. I was recording him, so I couldn't guide him. I see it now.
Yeah.
No, so I was right there.
Yeah, you were right there.
Gosh darn
And
it.
Mike just goes, well, no, because Marco was confusing. He was like, hey, it's over here. You'll
No,
see it.
I
You'll
said
see it in
follow
video.
the line
You'll see it in the
because
video.
he starts to go to the left.
Nothing we can do about it.
Not anymore.
Mike went rogue, took all the passengers to another country.
Yeah.
He
I was trying to take him to
he's
the dark alley.
hijacking this plane.
He hijacked it. Who else would like this game? That's about it, I think. People like weird
People
games,
who like quirky Japanese games as
which
well.
we always say in
Or just the
every video.
average
Yes.
curious mind. I mean, that's
But
open.
well, keep in mind you need a modded PS2 or Japanese PS2. The peripheral for the PS1, which we're using, works on PS1 and PS2, so that's good. So it's a bit of a pricey collector's item. Taito has a lot of these games, and the next one is going to be, which maybe by the time you watch this, it might be up already, but it'll be a construction simulator with a crane, and it's another specialized controller. They had a lot of them.
Yeah, well, the 90s and 2000s in Japan was a very big peripheral craze.
Yep.
I mean, even for the handhelds, like the Game Boy had a lot of attachments.
Maybe good from maybe with the keyboard where you type. Not like the keyboard synthesizer, like the keyboard where you type keyboard.
Well, you figure there was that. There was DJ Beatmania.
Guitar Freaks.
Yeah, I mean, all that was before, like, we didn't even get Guitar Hero till the very end of the PS2 here.
Typing the Dead 2 and 3 came out on PS2 in Japan.
Yeah.
So, anyway, a lot of peripheral stuff. I love that kind of stuff because it's hard to find. And when people say, what do you got that's really weird? And I go, hey, look at this flight sim controller for the PlayStation 1 that you've probably never seen before. It's kind of stuff I like. And kind of why this entire series exists. The original series, that came out first. So, anyway, I think we're going to cut it here. You'll see the last flight that Marco did, and then you'll see live footage of Mike flying with the controller. And that'll be it. So, anyway, please subscribe and let us know what you think. Thank you.
takeoff for runway 34 right. VR, V2. Pitch angle. Pitch angle, 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 pitch angle. 500 terrain.
Okay, we got Mike trying it for the first time.
Yes, sir. It's so small. Well, I mean, 3 freaking checkpoints though. Do I need driving glasses? Piloting glasses?
Oh, you're gonna go all first person, huh?
Yeah, it's intriguing.
Which level did you set it at?
Professional.
Yeah.
There's no map.
Yeah, that you have to get exit out. You gotta turn it. Alright, lower your throttle, you're going too fast. It's probably a higher up.
turn too much.
Pull up, like. Oh, there it is on the water, Mike. Look ahead of you.
Yeah, I see it.
Oh, look at this guy right here. Confident.
Autopilot.
Hey, you see what happened to those people in San Francisco?
Yeah, the girl got run over.
Don't be complacent. Your passengers need you.
Yeah.
Timmy's fearing for his life. Marco's wondering why. Yeah, the drink cart hasn't come back.
Go up. Alright.
You okay? You gonna land?
I'm good.
Lower your. Go in first person mode so you can see. Select. Oh, it flaps.
Yeah.
That pro would have helped me. Too far away still. Nah, don't speed up, Mike. That's a bad idea.
Nice, 75. Alright, say 75. Coast, please. We're shooting to the right. So the pink bar, I'm assuming, is that you have to line up with that. Is that what you assume, or is that... No,
Too high. Too high. Marco was wrong.
What? No, you gotta go down that way. Look, he's not lighting up with you. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, that's not even moving either. Doesn't really tell you where the landing strip's at.
You're far away from it now, Mike.
Go back.